Hey, how you doing? How's everything going?
I'm good, Ray. How are you? How
I'm
are
doing
you?
fine. I'm doing fine, thanks. So, before we start this, I would like for you to give an introduction of yourself.
Okay, well, hello, everyone. My name is RJ, and I am the proud owner of A1 DNA Testing of Pennsylvania.
What were you doing before you enrolled in my training?
Well, before enrolling in your training, Ray, I had been an entrepreneur for over a decade.
Wow.
Yeah, over a decade. I ran high end fashion boutiques, luxury boutiques, RJ's Closet Boutique 1 and 2, with locations in Pennsylvania and even at the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or not, but I absolutely love fashion, the fashion business. Let me tell you, I worked 7 days a week and often 12-hour days. Look, but it rarely felt like work because styling and helping people look and feel beautiful, Ray, that was my passion. Okay. To this day, I'm still a personal stylist because fashion will always be a part of me.
Okay, that's awesome. So, how are you doing now after being in the program?
Well, Ray, after completing your mentorship program, look, I feel absolutely fabulous, okay? In just 8 weeks, all right? I mean, I gained an incredible amount of knowledge that was truly, truly priceless, okay? I'm loving the transition into the DNA business.
Hmm.
Just like my boutique, my boutiques allowed me to bless people by making them feel confident and beautiful. This new chapter allows me to change lives by providing clarity and closure.
Yeah.
My friends and family, they always said like, I had a gift of counseling and helping people,
Uh-huh.
and now with A1 testing the PA, listen, I get to live that out every day, Ray. Seriously, I get to live that out every day. And I know that this is all a part of God's plans,
Hmm.
okay? And He perfectly aligned this opportunity with you, Ray.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, what was your experience working your way through the program?
Well, to be honest, the program was literally a breath of fresh air. It was a breath of fresh air. What I thought would be challenging, Ray, you made it simple. Okay.
Thanks.
Yes. Okay. Everybody, look, he was always available when I had questions, and the guidance was straightforward and effective. Okay. Honestly, enrolling in this program was one of the best decisions I ever made. It's a true life changer.
Thank you for your words. I appreciate it. I always try to make sure that people that I train are very well educated in this industry and that they're able to take on any kind of situation that they come across. So, I wanted to ask you, how have I helped in terms of starting your DNA testing business in particular?
Ray, I would have to say you helped me understand not only how to start and operate a DNA business, but also how to properly market it,
Hmm.
remain compliant
Yeah.
as a business owner, okay?
Yeah.
And also to secure contracts. You gave me a complete blueprint for success.
Yeah, and I mean it's so important that people definitely understand compliance and they know the right way to create partnerships in this industry because that's the main way they're going to be able to scale their business to six figures and beyond. So, what are the main things that stuck out to you from the work that we did?
The biggest thing that stuck out to me were the importance of being detailed
Hmm.
and organized
Yeah.
and operating with integrity.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, so passion, dedication, and mastering your craft are what separate you from the rest, I would have to say. And Ray, you really drove that home for me, to be honest.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. It's very important, to do those things because it just solidifies all of the work that you do in your business and it increases the growth of your business in the long term. So, what challenges did you run into starting your DNA testing business and how did you overcome them?
I would have to say one of the first challenges I faced was finding the right insurance coverage in my state.
Hmm.
Okay. And I overcame that by doing extensive research, asking questions, and not giving up until I had exactly what my business needed to be protected and compliant in the state of
Right.
Pennsylvania.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, compliance is key. There's a lot of people who are doing things and they're not doing things in a proper way. And all that does in the long run is cause you problems in your business. So it's definitely something that I advocate and I try to make sure that people understand from the beginning that you want to set your business up the right way at the start instead of you getting in a problem later on and then you're trying to fix it or resolve whatever that problem is when if you would have just started everything up the right way from the beginning you could have avoided it.
Absolutely.
So what was the biggest takeaway as a whole in the last month of running your DNA testing business?
My biggest takeaway is that you get out what you put into the business.
Definitely.
Okay. So, yes, Google listens brought in business, but real growth comes when you build relationships,
Hmm.
with family attorneys, the courts,
Yeah.
hospitals, and even community leaders like the mayor. So, success comes when you do the footwork and connect with the right people face to face.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people they don't want to put in the work. The work is you creating these connections, you getting out and like you said, meeting with these various professionals that will bring consistent business to your business and it'll make sure that you constantly have a flow of clientele every single week, every single month.
Right.
So,
And I listened to you, Ray, because from the door you told me, you was like, RJ, you have to put the footwork in. And I took that, seriously. And
yeah,
trust me, it's definitely paying off.
right, right. So, what advice would you give to somebody just starting out their DNA testing business today?
Um, my advice would be simple. There's no shortcuts. There's
Yeah,
no shortcuts, okay? And if you want to be sorry, if you want to be successful, you have to put in the work. Okay? So now, if you put in the work now, you can enjoy and reap the rewards later. Um, so listen, like I said, the program was a life changer for me. And this business allows me to make my own hours, and it's always in demand, and it's extremely lucrative if you're dedicated. Because working the boutique, like I said, Ray, I was there 7 days a week, 12-hour days. So this is like a breath of fresh air. I can
yeah,
make my own hours. Like it's giving me a whole different type of peace. Even, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the boutique business, but it was a lot. It was a lot.
I can
So
imagine.
yeah.
So, that's something that I'm glad you brought up. This business is not saturated at all. In fact, there's a big demand for these kind of testing services all over the United States. I'm going to give you an example. A couple of days ago, a woman had called. She wanted a prenatal paternity test, and she had asked how far my office was from Richmond. And
Oh,
so there is no city named Richmond here in New Jersey. So come to find out, she was talking about Richmond, Virginia. That's where she was located.
wow.
And that's 5 hours away, but she was willing to come to my office
Mm.
all the way from Richmond, Virginia, because she could not find a place that did the prenatal paternity testing in her city or even in the state of Virginia. So when I tell you these services are in demand,
Mhm.
they are in demand.
Absolutely. Wow. All the way from Virginia?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
listen, when you want that peace of mind, you're willing to travel. You don't
Exactly,
mind traveling. Yeah.
exactly. So any final things you like to say?
Well, yes. But first, I just want to personally thank you, Ray,
Oh,
okay,
you're
for being
welcome.
such a blessing, for just being a complete blessing. Everybody, like, Ray went above and beyond, okay, and always had the patience to guide me and even pick up the phone after the mentorship ended, okay? So, Ray, I appreciate you. I don't take anything for granted. And ah, like all the knowledge you shared, listen, like I said, it's priceless, and you were just truly God sent. So God bless you, and God bless you, and I can't thank you enough, to be honest.
I appreciate your words. Thank you. I always go above and beyond in whatever I do. I like to make sure that the students that I train are as knowledgeable and are as apt to handle any kind of situation in this industry as I am. And all I have to say is, I wish you continued success in your business, and may God bless you as well.
Oh, thank you, Ray. Thank you, and have a blessed day. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. So I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right,
All
bye.
right, bye.